In rare footage of Fratanga plays outside driving his car doing whippets.
Oh, bro, stop it, bro. You look hurt. Oh my god, guys.
Yo!
Bro, somebody check up on your homie.
I like getting high. I'm a crackhead.
For the record, Gundam, I do whippets, not PC Duster. I'm not a savage, come on.
When Matthew is on Duster, he is demon possessed.
Hey, what's up, bitch?
Is that what you view me as? Oh, hold on, gotta move these out of the way. God damn it. It's about 4 packs of 50s. Starfield is targeting a 2021 release as of a few months ago, Insider says.
Good. My PS5 is ready. Just to categorically declare, for posterity, Starfield, The Elder Scrolls 6, and Fallout 5 will all be on PlayStation 5 at the same time they come to other platforms. Mark it. Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6, PlayStation 5 exclusive. All the will be Trashbox exclusive while we get Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6. Starfield will be on PS5. Not feasible to sell 2 million. Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S only. Answers Starfield will be on PS5. Factions will launch before Starfield. Remember this tweet.
Don't have to be high to get a good laugh out of PlayStation fanboys. They were born cringe and will likely die cringe. The entire gaming community gets a natural high just reading their stupid comments. Cause not only are they the saltiest of all fanboy communities, but they are also the most inconsistent. These guys could not have a single good take if it meant saving their mother's life. I mean, I read you all of those tweets that aged terribly, didn't I? You saw with your own 2 eyes. There is undeniable proof that the PlayStation community desperately wanted Starfield. Hell, some would even argue they may have been looking forward to it, while others are still in denial.
Could Starfield end up being a timed exclusive? I know this seems crazy. I've gotten a lot of pushback on this theory, but I think there are a lot of recent developments that point to the possibility of this being the plan all along.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
But who can blame him for wanting this game? It's easily 10 times more ambitious than Spider-Man or Final Fantasy combined. As King David said,
Listen, people, you have been repping the wrong people. Over here at Xbox, we'll take you in.
With how quick all of those special editions sold out in less than a day, it's fair to say people have been sold on Todd Howard's sweet little lies, including myself. From over 200 endings to you can climb that mountain to you can fly to that moon. Beyond just the hype, the memes that are coming out of Starfield alone are far more entertaining than the PlayStation Showcase alone. Now, I don't know if you've noticed this, but I have. Even though ponies claim Spider-Man is gonna be the biggest game of the year, what are all the PlayStation channels talking about? Fable, Avowed, Starfield, Clockworks, Forza. Why is that? Well, that's because Microsoft showed more first-party games than PlayStation did at their own event. So there's more to talk about when it comes to Xbox than PlayStation right now. A state even sadder than a state of play. There's no question about it. Starfield is going to be one of the most popular games of the year, and they're missing out on it. Which makes no sense because they were all supposed to have powerful gaming PCs, as I was told. There should be no reason for them to get upset. And yet that didn't stop them from putting out a petition.
Make Starfield a PS5 exclusive.
You gonna sign this, or will it be your surviving family members?
My god, at this point, the ponies have more petitions out than games. Now, granted, it's only 422 signatures, so that's nothing. I'm not sure what 500 people signing this would accomplish, much like when ponies made that petition to fire Jim Ryan for porting to PC, and that one was way more impressive. That one got 5,911 signatures. These PlayStation petitions are putting the PC ones to shame. Ponies are easily the most committed to of this. It's not even close. Now, you know, it'd be one thing if you were the postal dude. Yeah, I'll sign your petition, please. Don't blow my head off. But seeing as how it's a pony, I'm just gonna basically do this.
Let him go sideways. Get out of my... Alright, Alex, you need to leave.
For over a decade, Bethesda games have been released on PlayStation. They perform better on PlayStation, run better, and sell better. Xbox and especially Phil Spencer have no business taking them away.
Do you know what weakness is, Steve? Weakness is believing that competition is healthy.
You see, Microsoft is entirely all about that business. I don't want to sound like Griffin or Leafy, but they are literally in the business of taking games away from other platforms. It's the same practice Sony uses. Why do you think the new Final Fantasy isn't going to be on Xbox? Ensuring your competitor doesn't have the games you do is the console business model. Oh god, I think there was still some salvia in that bowl.
First, Xbox exclusivity will not only hurt PlayStation, but also the player base. When a major game like Starfield's only available on Xbox, it limits the player count of the game and stifles the amount of players PlayStation has. This means now that Microsoft can charge higher prices because they don't have competition and take away players from Sony. We cannot allow this.
We? Who's we? There is no we.
Yeah, well, I hate to break it to you, but they've already done it. Starfield is $10 more than it was supposed to be. So if you wanted to stop that, it's too late. But you should be grateful because Microsoft is charging you guys $0 for it on PlayStation. You can watch it for free on YouTube. It's strange that they even care about what Microsoft does, considering they're not consumers of Microsoft, right? Because last I checked, isn't that what Sony's been doing to you guys? Charging you whatever they want for their first-party games? Well, in general, everything you're complaining about here is done on your camp. We cannot allow for Microsoft to do this, but we should definitely allow Sony to. Okay.
So, second, Xbox and its 12 dedicated players do not deserve Starfield or any exclusivity. Not only are they arrogant and annoying, but since the showcase they have been irritating. It's a psyop. They now purposely spread Starfield news to try and make us PlayStation owners upset.
Hello? What about us PC guys? Are you forgetting about us? We're trolling you too. Come on. Why do all the Xbox guys get credit when it's actually us PC gamers coming up with the good videos and memes? Well, listen, I don't really think 422 signatures is gonna fix your problem. I think therapy will do that for you. I mean, just take a look at Reforged Gaming. He had to go to therapy because he was reaching a point where he didn't want the Xbox showcase to be good out of spite.
Okay, I've been in therapy since 2018. It's been 5 years of therapy, and I did a little check-in with myself last night because I had noticed that I had been getting a little irritable. I had been noticing that I had been getting on a wavelength of like toxicity. I kind of talked about it a little bit yesterday where I suddenly felt like I didn't want the Xbox showcase to be good, and I suddenly felt this desire for the showcase to be bad. I want it to be bad because that's what you deserve, because I think, you know, you're terrible people. And I finally just realized that I needed to just block everybody.
If you gotta make petitions, you probably need pills. Lots and lots of them. I don't know what they're giving Biden to make him cognitive, but you should try some of that.
Third, exclusivity would not be good for Microsoft or Starfield itself. The matter is simple. If it releases on Xbox, it's a bad game. If it releases on PlayStation, it's a good game. There's no other way around it. Anyone who says otherwise is spreading fake news. Unless you want to see Starfield fail and be the biggest, worst mess possible, you need to have it on PlayStation.
Yeah, that's why Forspoken was easily one of the best games of the year. It not showing up on Xbox is the sole reason it's probably going to be Game of the Year, right? Now, I don't blame people for having the everything Microsoft touches dies superstition, but usually when it comes to Bethesda games, they definitely run worse on PlayStation. Bethesda titles don't have a rich history with the PlayStation console, because that's usually where they run the worst. Plus, we already have some history of Bethesda titles only being on on Xbox like Morrowind, and that was a grand technical achievement of its time. Seems they want to repeat history with Starfield. They want to do what Star Citizen and No Man's Sky couldn't do at launch, but with legitimate role-playing elements. However you look at it, I'm pretty sure this game skipping out on PlayStation won't make a difference to its quality. The only thing that changed about Starfield when it became exclusive for Xbox was the media and Fanboys' perception of it.
For all of the reasons, it is important for Bethesda games to remain available on PlayStation. Not only that, but as a punishment to Xbox and its horrendous player base, we need to force any and all future Bethesda titles to be only PlayStation exclusives, not just Starfield.
Eesh, take it easy. Xbox has already been punishing its own users for years now. I don't think they need more punishment. Y'all had a timed Bethesda exclusive on PlayStation, and that was while Microsoft owned them. You should be happy they ever allowed that to happen.
This would ultimately be good for everyone and not just Sony, as they have a history of investing heavily in first-party studios, and it could use its financial resources to make Bethesda games even better. Additionally, Sony has a strong track record of marketing and promoting its games, which can help Bethesda games reach a wider audience and grow the PlayStation player count. Everyone agrees with me on this.
You know, I was about to say not everyone agrees with you, but after reading that giant compilation of PlayStation fanboys who wanted Starfield to be exclusive, I guess everyone who is a pony does agree. I mean, for God's sake, to this day, they still think it's going to show up on PlayStation 5 in a year or two. Now, obviously, this petition is a giant troll, but that doesn't take away from the fact that a lot of this sentiment is true. A lot of the console fanboys online truly do feel this way. We saw it at the beginning of the video. So a lot of them are signing it in legitimate agreement, while some dude in Europe is leaning back in his chair laughing.
So signing this petition is just the start. We need to go out and protest the GameStops and Walmarts on Starfield's release date. We need to submit legislation to our local representatives to force Microsoft to comply. We need to go out in mass and stop people from buying copies and launch date. Even better, go online and report every video you see praising Starfield until we make it exclusive for us and only us. YouTubers like Mr. Matty Plays Bad Games, Review Fat USA, Lemon Juice, Cavernacle, and the Young Turds need to be all canceled immediately. If you're a true gamer, you will support this and sign.
It's true! Review Tech USA is fat, and Mr. Matty does play bad games. Okay, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna sign the petition just for that alone. I will say to the troll behind this petition, you have captured the essence of a pony perfectly. This is exactly how they think, how they tweet, how they publish videos, how they talk on podcasts, how they interact in Twitter spaces. It's like he compiled every single one of the worst arguments they've ever brought to the table and put it together. Just like the Bible, I'll leave it up to you whether you think it's real or not. I wouldn't blame you for thinking it is, because I mean, PlayStation fanboys have doxed hospital patients to console war. They sent dick pics to God of War developers. They've threatened to bomb Sony headquarters. They catfish as women to trick ponies into thinking women console war. Not out of the realm of possibility. But one thing is for sure, it's hilarious because it definitely made me laugh. And to think I'm just barely getting started. There is an abundance of some of the most horrendous takes on Starfield out there imaginable, and I gotta do my absolute best to cover as much of it as possible. And it's only gonna get worse 3 months from now, when the game finally releases, and ponies are left having to watch us enjoy it. Or, try to enjoy it if the bugs allow us. Yeah, maybe 30 FPS on the Xbox, but as far as I know, I'm pretty sure it's 0 FPS on the PlayStation. If Final Fantasy and Spider-Man are truly enough to overshadow Starfield, I better see you ponies covering it on your channels and not Starfield. But per usual, Xbox is all the talk, even for people who don't own one. That says quite a lot about the potential of this game and what it will do for my channel. So why don't you like, comment, share, and subscribe if you so choose to, because I have a lot more to come. Bye-bye.
Fritango sucks ass.